Welcome to the Striking Sparks podcast, an outreach of the MidSouth Annual Conference of the Global Methodist Church. Join us while we consider how to stir up one another in love and good works. We welcome you to heart-sharpening conversations of iron sharpening iron in Striking Sparks.
Hello, you beautiful people. I am Bob Cain, hosting today's show. John is here with us as well. He's running everything behind the scenes. John Carroll, master host.
I'm the spirit in control.
He's the voice you hear. Matt Seel is with us, and we want to welcome you and thank you for coming and being in on this with us. We are
here. Thank you.
We're just making this as conversational as we can.
Sure.
I don't think we even have a single prepared question for you.
Awesome. I don't have a single prepared answer.
That's excellent. So we're ready to go. We just came through the ordination service, and we're doing some follow-up and getting your feedback from that experience, how that impacted your sense of the future of the church.
Sure.
And your role in that. You're on the board of ministry.
I am. I've been on the board of ministry, I guess, for the last 3 years. I'm actually rotating off, I guess, officially on Wednesday.
Okay.
And was part of the ordination service in 2023 that we had in Wilmore. And Karen Franklin and I put that together for the 96 people that got ordained in Wilmore.
One of which was me, and
yes.
I remember enjoying your presence on the stage.
Yeah. I've always enjoyed the ordination service. It's always been my favorite service at annual conference, and one that I've grown to love. I had the opportunity this time to put stoles on new ordinands, and that was a treat for me. I knew it was going to be my last time doing it for a while, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this because I haven't done that yet. So I really enjoyed that. And I always loved the sermon. I always loved the charge to go and be, and the foot washers need only applies. Extremely poignant and applicable title and sermon for us.
It's beautiful. Yeah, my mind just went to the Michael Card song of the call is to community.
Yeah.
The impoverished power that sets the soul free.
Yeah.
In humility to take the vow that day after day we must take up the basin and the towel. Washing feet. It's at the heart of ministry.
Yes, absolutely.
And your sense of what it means for this many to come across the stage, across the chancel, and be ordained tonight.
I think for many, it's an opportunity to recognize ministry that people have been in for a long time. And in previous iterations, either the cost of school was too much or the time to take all the classes was too much. And we've been able to recognize people that have not maybe had some of the luxuries some of us have had. I had the luxury of being called in the middle of college. So right after college, I went into seminary, and that's not everyone's path. And so it's been wonderful to give people an opportunity, really, I think, to be recognized for a lot of what they're already doing and get a sense of that formal call that we know has been on their life, and now we get to celebrate that. So I've enjoyed that the last 3 years, and again, just being able to see the tears, the joy, probably the reality that starts to sink in when that stole goes on, and it's just a beautiful thing. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a sense of worship even in the monotony. I mean, with that many coming across, you hear the same words every time, but you're sensing something special is happening with each person.
It's like when we have the vows for baptism or joining or transferring the church, and it's an opportunity for everyone to remember they are baptized, to remember they have made these vows to the church, and just to hear them over and over again, right? Repetition. We hear remember in the Bible constantly, and it's a good reminder. I think today it was a reminder 31 or 32 times. And so it's good. It's good to hear. It's good to be reminded and good to think back. of when I was ordained and when others were ordained. So
it is a good thing just to keep it refreshed.
Yeah.
I'll try to throw my voice.
Oh, he's behind us.
Bishop tripled his numbers tonight.
Yes, he did. Yes. Yeah, we aim to please. So,
Tell us a little bit about you. Like where you serve, what got you into ministry.
Well, God got me into ministry very reluctantly. My freshman year of college, I've been serving in some capacity since 2004. I was ordained in 2011, and then I am now in just about to start my fourth year as the lead pastor at Christ Global Methodist Church in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So, married to my wife Abby. We've got 2 kids, Joel and Nora. They're with their grandparents this weekend, so I'm going to have to train them again of the rules of our house when they get home. So, but it'll be good.
Yeah.
You and I have kind of a fun connection of a discipleship group you're in is with a son of
Yes.
A couple in a church I get to pastor.
Yes.
And those interconnections, even interdenominational, they're fun.
Yeah.
And we get to know each other by the people we know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Jeffrey's
Connection at work.
Yeah, he's a great man.
Yeah, he is.
And a great family. And it's just a joy to see God moving connections together in different circles. So we're celebrating our circle. This Global Methodist event is about halfway through the conference, and some key things have happened. This particular thing happening, what's the Board of Ministry evaluating in terms of placement and what people have to look forward to now that they're ordained?
Well, there's an interesting role in the credentialing that takes place with the Board of Ministry, and then the appointment process that takes place through the cabinet. And we're continuing to still discern those roles and where those lines are, because it's a sticky spot right now, trying to figure out how we live into that. Again, I'm rotating off, so that's their problem now.
It's not your sticky wicket.
It's not mine any longer. But it's been a good camaraderie, and again, just trying to figure things out. Some of the most difficult things for us as a board to get nailed down were some of the psychological evaluation components for ordinands, and then we had to have people change their status before we could start running background checks. And that was when everything was still going through the Global Methodist Church. And now that it's in the local conference, we've got a little more oversight of how that works. And so still kind of living into that since really the first of this year after a general conference in the Book of Doctrines and Disciplines. And then we're still, as it was said today, there are those who are being ordained under the transitional Book of Doctrines and Disciplines, because that's the process they started in, and those that are now being ordained through the Book of Doctrines and Disciplines. And so it's still just very muddled and just trying to, again, figure out those pieces and those components. So
I've had a general sense that there's a challenge of this time that's special for this time. And it's the analogy I've made use of that helps me, and I hope is helpful to other people. It should be expected that in the launch stage is when you spend most of the fuel.
Yeah.
It just takes most of the energy to get it up and running. And I'm hopeful that there's a sense now of, okay, we're through that.
Yeah.
And it's coming together and taking its form. And like Daniel Fulton was quoted.
Yeah.
And I'll misquote it terribly, but it was, when the heart's there, the structure will come. Something to that effect. And the structure is starting to take shape, and I hope that brings some comfort and some encouragement for people that there's good things ahead.
And I hope it's not too cumbersome. I hope the pendulum doesn't swing so much in the direction that we've got all these things. But again, finding that balance between kind of the weird Wild West feeling that we've had, trying to figure things out, and the very rigid, there's that happy medium somewhere. And I have no doubt we'll figure out what that looks like. But again, that'll be other people. So
yeah, it'll be fun to watch.
I'll be praying for them.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'll be judging silently from a distance.
Well, along with judging, by offering excellent analysis, along with that, what's your hope for what you want to see develop with this movement?
That it continues to be a movement.
Yeah.
That it doesn't become stagnant or stationary, that it doesn't become focused on any one building or any one process, but that it can continue to be adaptive and flexible, recognizing the work of the Holy Spirit, the gifts and graces that are present, and then trying to figure out how we identify those and how we lean into celebrating those that maybe we've not run across or come across or thought about. And again, finding some, I always say it's good to have a plan, because then you have something to tweak. You have something then to work with. And so again, knowing that we'll put some things together in 2026 at General Conference, some things will shift and change. There will probably be some things specifically with the Board of Ministry that here's what we've said, and now it's changed.
Right.
And I've continued to say to the candidates, this is what we know now. I'll tell you when it changes, and I'll also tell you it wasn't my fault. And again, just extending that grace to us as we're trying to extend it to them, to the candidates and to those coming forward. So,
very good. I was just in a place of appreciating all of that, and glad that you're in on it. Appreciate your contribution to all of it.
It's been a fun ride so far. I'm looking forward to how it continues to unfold and or unravel or whatever it is.
Whatever God needs it to do next.
Absolutely.
And it does feel very bathed in prayer and everybody. I think there's a general mindset of we don't want what we had, right? Whatever background individuals came from. We want something new because we see God doing something new. And it is going to take its own structure. And that was another thought I was bouncing around into my head, and it was looking for my mouth to come out.
Yeah.
But it was, you're now slated to be a part of that process in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
I'm looking forward to that. Actually, my wife is going as well. She's a lay delegate that got elected, and it'll be over, I believe, our 16th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Abby, if I've got the wrong anniversary, I'm really sorry. I'm pretty sure it'll be the 16th anniversary next year.
We can fix it in the mix.
Okay, we can. Yes, please do.
Put a little asterisk.
Yeah. Do whatever you got to do. But looking forward to that. And I know that we don't want to go back into where we were. Nobody wants it to be 2.0, but I also want us to be mindful that there's a reason we did some of what we did in the UMC. And there was a reason and a wisdom. And not everything on the bike was broken. And let's not throw it all out just because of where it was or what it looked like. But let's take a good hard look at it, and then again tweak from there. Yeah, and then go from there. So.
Very good. Any other thoughts on your sense of hopefulness and desire for the work of the kingdom?
Just excited to see it moving and kind of evolving and changing. I'm excited to see what Todd Chancey, or Clancy as my friend Michael called him earlier today, excited to see kind of what he brings to that here in the Mid-South and how things move, and grateful to Mike Powers for his leadership and bringing us to where we are. And just as curious as the rest of us to kind of see how it unfolds. So,
well, let's be watching and waiting and looking above.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate you being with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and blessings on your day and all that is to come.
Thank you for tuning in to the Striking Sparks podcast, an outreach of the Mid-South Annual Conference of the Global Methodist Church. We pray you found some enriching and engaging conversation to take with you today. If you're watching us, please like and subscribe on YouTube. On Apple and Spotify, we ask that you follow and leave us a 5-star review. If you have any questions or suggestions for topics in the future, please email us at strikingsparks@midsouthgmc.org.